Hey there, Kat Sansick here with Action Incubator, and I want to talk to you about handling some objections today. And one of the ones that people hear very often is, I don't have the money. It's a very quick and easy out, and part of what you can do, especially if, let's say, you've handled some of those objections early on with the content that you've been sharing and leveraging part of the two-part close and what you're sharing between those two calls. If you don't know what I'm talking about, hit me up because that's some magic right there. But let's say you get to the end of your sales call and you still hear the, I don't have the money. And this person is amazing and you know they would be wonderful for your program. How do you handle that objection? So here's a quick way to help them do that. You want to help people get into a place of getting resourceful. So for example, there's a client who didn't have the money and they wanted to sign up and they found the money. And how they found the money was not by putting it on a credit card, which is a completely legit way of doing it. And it wasn't by the coach saying, you can take out a 0% APR credit card, because that doesn't always feel. I've never suggested that someone take out a credit card to be able to pay for something. You allow people to get resourceful. And so through the course of the conversation, that person came up with the idea of asking 10 different family members and friends for $100 each to be able to do something that she felt was so good for her business. And part of her reasoning was that as she was showing up in the program, the pressure to pay those people back was greater than having to pay off the credit card. So she showed up, she did the work, she closed the next client and was able to pay back the $1,000. And that added pressure helped her show up even more. And in order for her to pay the next payment that was coming down, she didn't want to have to ask the people again for more money, but she wanted to be able to do it herself. So that that helped her show up in a different way. And it showed how coachable the person was because they were willing to get resourceful. They were willing to ask the question, how do I make this happen? Versus no. And that shows a very different kind of mindset into the person that they are. The motivation to show up in that way was exemplary to her personality, and it shows why she is so successful in business now. So just a little tip on how you can help people get into that place of resourcefulness when you hear the big, no, I can't afford it, as it relates to investing in themselves and in your program. Bye.